Do you know you can use the concept of segmentation, targeting, and positioning to find out what skills you should acquire during your MBA? And by the way, even if you're somebody who does not know what STP is, never mind. You'll still learn what skills you need to acquire during your MBA, which is going to help you get the best career outcomes from your MBA. Hi, I'm Darpan Saxena, an MBA from IIM Udaipur, and let's get on with the video. So you're most likely an MBA student or an MBA aspirant, and you're wondering that what skills do I acquire in the next 1 or 2 years so that I can make a big impact from my MBA? Well, allow me to share with you a very simple framework which I've created, which will help you understand that exactly what skills would you need to have in order for you to get the exact career outcomes which you need from your MBA. And for this, I would be using a concept from the world of marketing, which is segmentation, targeting, and positioning. So let's hop over to my blackboard. Now, if you are a student of marketing, you would know that everything in the world of marketing begins with a simple concept of STP, which is segmentation, targeting, and positioning, which means that whenever you're planning to create any marketing campaign, you first need to do these 3 things. So let's try and understand how you can apply the same concept onto finding out what are the skills which you need to acquire. Now just try and understand it. You as a marketer would use STP whenever you have to market a product. However, suppose you want to find a placement for yourself. In that case, the product is you. What you need to find out is how do you market yourself the best, wherein you are the product. And if you are the product, then the audience, your audience which you need to segment is basically the companies, the HRs. Fair enough, we've got a clarity of that. We've got the clarity that you are the product and the segment, the audience, is the various companies which will come to your campus for the placements. So the first step obviously is that we'll start to segment these organizations on the basis of some parameters. So probably you can say that, okay, we can segment these companies by the industry, or you could say that we can segment them by the job role which they are offering, or it could even be the size of their organization. So if suppose we were to segment by the industry, we can say that it could be e-commerce, consulting, it could be FMCG, it could be IT, so on and so forth. So basically the first thing is that you could segment them on the basis of the industry. Now if I were to segment them on the basis of the job role, I could say that it could be a product manager role, genman role, could be again a consulting sort of profile over there, it could be a sales role. And the same way in terms of the size, you could segment them as a startup, small size to mid-size company, or a MNC, a very large scale organization. Now I have used these 3 parameters to segment my companies. You could use any additional parameter as well. However, these 3 should usually suffice. So now our first step is entirely complete. We have segmented the organizations which come into various segments. Now the next thing is that we need to choose our target, that out of these segments, which are the segments which we are aiming for. So after having segmented all of these, probably you would say that, okay, in terms of the industry, I want to focus on the e-commerce industry, as well as I want to focus on FMCG industry. In terms of the job role, I would want to probably focus on a prodman or a genman sort of a role. And in terms of the size, probably you can say that, okay, I might want to focus either the startups or the entirely huge organizations, the large organizations. And finally, I have created that, okay, what is going to be my aim? What are the kind of organizations I need to be preparing for during my MBA? And with this step, I would have completed my step number 2 as well. So now that you have completed the 2 steps, the third thing is a very simple thing and a very interesting thing, and that is where you will find the answer of what skills do you need to acquire. So if you would have understood this process up till now, is that you have shortlisted the segment of companies which you will be aiming for. And now for those companies, you need to create a positioning for yourself, just the same way you would have created for a product. If you would have been a student of mine, if you are a student of mine in any of my programs, my courses, then you know that a very simple formula which I share with you for you to understand the concept of positioning is this. Positioning is equal to target market plus differentiation. That is it. Which means that if I want to create my positioning, I want to know that what is my target, and for that particular target market, what is the differentiation I have amongst my competitors. And in this case, your competitors are all the other students who are aiming and vying for that same job. So for these target organizations, you need to create differentiation within you. And how would you create that? You would create by acquiring the skills which are important. So we have already found this out in the step number 2, and now we need to find that how do we and what skills do we acquire to create this required differentiation. And then our step 3 would be complete. And how do you find out what skills to acquire to get that differentiation? Is through a special 2x2 matrix which I have created just for you. So here on your screen you can see that I have again spelled out the exact target market which we were aiming for. And now I have also created for you a 2x2 which I called the differentiation matrix. And from here you will understand that what skills you need to acquire. Okay, now when you see this 2x2, one thing which you can clearly see is that I would not want to acquire any skill which is in the low differentiation and low relevance quadrant. Which means that these would be the skills which are extremely common, as well as for my target these are not even important, hence they are not relevant. And from here I can also understand that my aim is now to find the skills which would lie in this corner quadrant, which will help me create a high level of differentiation, as well as it will be extremely important for my target companies. So how about we start off with this first quadrant? What are some of those skills which are highly relevant to my target organizations, but they are not so differentiated? For example, MS Word, MS PowerPoint, and MS Excel are some of the skills which are here, which are extremely important for your organizations. However, everyone has it, hence these skills are fairly common. From the first quadrant, my objective is that these are the must-have skills. So these skills I surely have to have, because if I don't have these skills, what I would call as the points of parity, then there will be a problem. Which means my quadrant number 1 is basically the points of parity, and these are the skills which I have to have, but even if I have these skills, I would not yet be differentiated. Now if I switch to quadrant number 3, what will be such skills which will be extremely unique, but they are not important for your organization? For example, for these kind of organizations which we have spoken about, if suppose you go ahead and you do a CFA, it might not be so important, because the kind of job roles which you are after are not the finance roles. Hence, even if you do a CFA, which only a few are able to do while they are in their MBA, it would not add any value for you to find these job roles from your placements. And in the same way, some foreign language, say for example French or Spanish or anything else, you will be able to clearly understand that while it is unique, while it will be very unique for you to know all of those languages, but will it be of any help for your organization? Are they actually seeking someone who can speak French, who can speak Spanish? If they are, then great. But if they are not, then while you have created a skill which is unique, it will not help you. Hence, what you need to focus on is on quadrant 2, because quadrant 2 will give you the points of differentiation. Hence, for the exact audience which we have used in this example, what are those skills which could be very important for you to acquire, and if you acquire those skills, you will stand apart from everyone else in your B school. So if you were to ask me, some of these skills would be that of digital marketing and also analytics. Now, if you are somebody who's interested in these kind of job roles, these kind of organization, and these kind of industry, probably these are the two skills which I also call as the digital skills which you must acquire. Hence, in the same way, using the same STP and this framework, you will be able to find out what are those unique skills which you need to acquire in order to help you achieve the outcomes which you want to achieve from your MBA. I would want you to use this and comment that what are the skills which you have found out for yourself and how are you planning to start acquiring them. I would be waiting for your answers in the comments. Thank you so much. Goodbye.